At just below 30 million visitor arrivals in 2015, tourism remains as a major economic factor in Thailand. Thailand's popularity as a tourist destination owes a great deal to its tropical climate, culture, food, and nightlife entertainment that knows no bounds for the foreign visitor. I was fortunate to have the opportunity to visit Bangkok and Phuket and see for myself why Thailand remains in the top list of places to visit for many travelers. Bangkok, population over 6 million. One of its distinct characteristics is the boat-filled Chao Phraya River feeding its network of canals that makes for spectacular sceneries. The vibrant city offers its visitors a fresh experience at every turn. From its Buddhist temples to street markets, restaurants, shopping, and a thriving nightlife, as a visitor, it is hard not to be motivated to explore and experience what this city has to offer. Our venture started with a visit to the market where you can have a chance to walk around and immerse yourself into a part of Bangkok life by day. The markets are busy and are reminiscent of craft markets also found in Latin America. After the markets, we took a ride in the tuk-tuks to the Chao Phraya River ferry, which would eventually bring us within walking distance to the Temple of the Reclining Buddha. I should mention that it is recommended to get to the ferry by public transportation, as tuk-tuk drivers are notorious for tricking tourists by taking them to tour companies along the river that offer transportation for an obscene amount of money, which would otherwise only cost you around $2. No visit to Bangkok would be complete without a tour of the temples. The Grand Palace and the Temple of the Reclining Buddha are among the list of the most visited temples in Bangkok. Both sites are right next to each other, which makes it accessible and convenient for visitors. A note of caution to visitors is to ignore anyone outside the complex telling you the temples are closed due to holidays or trying to lure you to a better location. All temples have strict dress codes and visitors will be denied entry if they do not meet the posted requirements. Upon entering, you will enjoy the sights of magnificent architecture and the intricate work that went into building such inspiring work that is centuries old, which is both rich in history and culture. The next morning, we got up early for a full day of activities, which included a visit with the elephants. I must admit at the time, it felt like the highlight of my trip. However, it wasn't until I got back and started putting this video together that I discovered how irresponsible I had been to not investigate further what I was about to participate in. The experience of riding on the neck of an elephant and bathing an elephant were two experiences that I will take with me for the rest of my days. This, of course, sparks a debate that often goes back to cultural differences and economic realities. Elephants that are already domesticated need to be supported, and often this is done through riding. However, there is substantial proof that these animals go through physical and psychological torture in order to tame them. So if you want to do it as ethically as possible, then there are a few things to consider. The least harmful experience with the elephant, and the best for you too, is to ride on its neck, behind the ears, not on a trekking chair. You can also visit camps that dedicate themselves to the care and well-being of the animal, and the tourist is not the priority. A well-known park is the Chang Elephant Park. If I had to do this all over again, I would avoid the elephant riding altogether. Riding an elephant is not a cool thing to do. Approximately 2 hours from Bangkok, you will find one of Thailand's other main attractions, the Damnoen floating market. Arriving early in the morning will give you an unobstructed look of the shops on and off the water. As the night approaches in Bangkok, the opportunities for entertainment are endless. From modern shopping centers to night street markets, from bars and restaurants catering to all price ranges and taste buds to street food vendors, it is impossible to pass up on the opportunity to dine while at the same time getting a glimpse of the local life in such a vibrant city. So what better way to experience it than by taking a tour by tuk-tuk with Best Eats Midnight Food Tour. This tour serves as a great way to explore the city by night, learn some history and culture by visiting temples and markets, while at the same time savoring authentic local dishes with the help of a local tourist guide. Endorsed by CNN, Travel and Leisure, and Lonely Planet to name a few, this tour is not one to pass, and I was glad I got a chance to experience it. Hop on a flight and in just under 2 hours you will land on one of the most popular hotspots in Thailand. Phuket offers tourists a more relaxed experience with ample white sandy beaches, plenty of sun, a crazy nightlife and entertainment that is not just bars and discos. Take a stroll through the busy streets of Phuket as you breathe the warm sea breeze and the sound of the waves give way to the loud music on the streets from bars and clubs, buskers, food vendors and Thai massage parlors that will try to lure you in at every turn.
Welcome to Phuket, Thailand. Welcome.
If the bars and clubs is not your scene, you can always head over to the outdoor night market for some grilled seafood while soaking in the mellow atmosphere as you sip on your favorite cocktail or local beer at any of the nearby hipster bars. Early the next morning, we hopped on speedboats for a day tour of the Fiji Islands. The ride is approximately 1 hour from Phuket on rough waters. Trust me, if you're sensitive to motion sickness, this ride is not for you. After a rough ride and several dislocated bones, the calm waters give way to the cliffs towering overhead as they reveal some of the most spectacular beaches I have ever seen. This place definitely lives up to the hype. Having spent only 7 days in Thailand and at the same time experiencing so much leaves no doubt in my mind as to why this is the #1 most visited city in Asia. It is a place where the East and West come together to create a perfect symphony of entertainment, cuisine, and culture. The question is, would I ever come back to Thailand? Absolutely.